is up, guys? It is Kikizilla 101 here yet again, and today we're going to be doing a toy review on the third of my... Oh, I gotta be backing this up. The third of my 4 toy reviews over... Let me actually see if this will work a little bit better. I'll put you guys up here. The third of my 4 toy reviews from my G-Fest haul. If you guys haven't seen that video, go definitely check it out. It's very cool. But yeah. Alright, that looks pretty good actually. So I'll put the light back a little bit right here. That will work. And then hopefully it'll still be close enough to light up right there. I'll just turn the light. Alright. Alright, that's all good. Anyways, yes, this figure has been very long awaited for me because I have wanted this figure for so long. I love the heck out of Spacegodzilla. Spacegodzilla is one of my favorite Godzilla characters of all time. I just think he's so cool, and I've been wanting the Bandai version for so long. I do not have the Bandai Creations version because I refuse to buy that one with the candy corn crystals. Otherwise, it doesn't look too bad, but I refuse to buy it just because of the candy corn crystals. It's insulting, in my opinion. However, I've been wanting this guy for many years, and I've been thinking about buying him for many years, but I always, he was just slightly out of my price range. He was always, I don't know, 20-something, or something around that range, but then I'd always get other figures, because the Japanese import would always cost, tons of money for shipping. And I waited too long, and then he now goes for $45 at the lowest. That's the lowest I've seen him recently on eBay. And he's way more expensive than that. But I was lucky enough to pick up this guy brand new at G-Fest. He's brand new, just without the tag. So, he's in perfect condition. He really is. As you guys can see. So I'm very happy. This is definitely one of my favorite figures in the collection, just because it's been so longly awaited for, and I just love this character so much, and he really just feels really solid. He is not squishy vinyl, he's very hard, but very beautiful figure overall. So let's jump into this guy's detail, shall we? If we can zoom in, right there. Okay, that looks very good. And let's tilt the light right there so you guys can see this. Cool. So his knees are very well done. It's got all those little, looks like a sunflower almost. And it's got very nice musculature in his legs. And then it continues down his tail. It's even got his spines at the end of the tail right there. And then you can see all these spines going down his back, the very cool looking crystal-like dorsal fins, and of course his infamous crystals, his shoulder crystals. And we can get, if we can get a close-up of his head, here you guys go. So his bottom jaw is actually, the teeth are actually individually sculpted, which I thought was very impressive. Honestly, I really did. And his tongue is even individually sculpted. You can barely see it, but it is. His top jaw is not individually sculpted for whatever reason. I don't know why. All these are individually sculpted, which is very cool. His crest is. It doesn't have any retarded thing where it just connects to the bottom, kind of like with Rainbow Mothra's what do you call it? Rainbow Mothra's antennas. There is a little bug on the stand right there. You guys can see it. That is great. I'm gonna have to get rid of that thing. Right, anyways, what I was saying was very nice detail. He even has all the nice detail on his chest, as you guys can see right there. But very well done in the detail compartment. The only problem I really have is this. Why, Bandai? This, I'm gonna just, because we're not even in the articulation department yet, but this doesn't even move. Even if it did move, this is too much space. He doesn't even move at the waist. It's just a seam line that they actually terribly did to mention. It's terrible seam, even a big gap right there. And they just left this giant gap right here. I mean, why? This is not a design malfunction. This is on all of the figures. Why did they leave that giant gap there? And it looks like a perfect triangle. It's like they just cut it out. Whatever. I mean, that's ridiculous in my opinion. Alright, I'm gonna pause the video real quick so I can get rid of this bug. I have no clue where the bug went. As soon as I grabbed something that I could use for it, it just disappeared. So, I have no clue where it went. We're probably gonna like end up finding him on the figure or something as we review him, which would be kind of weird and creepy. But anyways, if you guys, once we go to the paint job, you guys may notice like these little things on the end of his foot. I'm not sure exactly what's up with that. My Baragon came with similar things, just with this horn, but it was like missing like a paint towards the top. But so there are like little beat ups like here and there. They may just be paint malfunctions because they did say it was pretty much brand new. Just it was like maybe on display or something like that. But really, I don't really care. Its paint is good enough. So yeah. But as for what the paint job really is, I don't know if it's really visible inside the video, but the back spines actually have a bluish tint to them. They're like a minty white color, like almost like a toothpaste color in a way. A hint of it. It's not too blatant that it's like it disrupts the figure at any point, but they do paint it all the way down the spines and even a little bit towards the top here, but from the bottom it just looks blank, so you can just tell that they just spray painted the whole top of it. And then the crystals look very nice. They are solid white even in person. They don't have any of that minty color to them, at least on my figure. So you can actually see right there that it's not very painted well right there. You can tell where the spray paint kind of missed it. It's betterly painted towards the back, which kind of sucks. But his belly has this crimson reddish color. It's almost orangish. I'm not sure exactly if it's like visible inside the video, but it looks a little bit more orange in person. Almost pinkish. It's kind of weird. Very weird color. But then all of his teeth are individually painted, which is beautiful. His tongue is painted. All these like tusks right there are painted. His eyes are painted yellow, and his crest is painted goldish yellow, if you guys can see that. And then none of these spikes are painted, unfortunately, and I don't like how that they just like the paint is just cut off right there. Like his head is not painted at all. It's kind of it's kind of weirdly painted in a way. These two, the arms and the head, if you guys can tell, have a different like bluish tint to them than the legs and stuff do. They're more blackish, so they do kind of stand out in certain lightings and look very weird, which is not ideal, but not a big complaint. I don't really mind it too much. So with all that said, let's just jump straight into the articulation for this guy. As for articulation, oh, and also they really messed up on the hands there with the paint, so you guys can see that. But for articulation, this guy's very simple. His legs do not move, which is a very basic movement, which I would have preferred them to do, but oh well. His tail is very long, which is nice, but he's got the arms just like the Heisei Godzilla, which will move all the way back to there and all the way to the front like that. And then he's got his head, which will rotate 360, and his tail, which will also rotate 360. So there you go. That's all of his articulation. He has 4 points of articulation. Not bad, but I really don't know why they chose not to move his legs. I don't know. But, I do really like this figure overall. I think he's very, very beautiful. But his mouth could have been more narrow towards the front, because it's like, it's not very movie accurate, but it's too stubby. But let's get on to size comparisons. And we'll just quickly start it off with his counterpart, Heisei Godzilla, who is actually taller. I'm going to move this box out of the way and just put us right here. There you go. Heisei Godzilla is actually taller, or about the same size with this the inclusion of that little horn, which is upsetting. It really is, because this guy is supposed to be like that. So that sucks. But it's not too bad. I mean, it could be worse, but I would have expected them to do a little bit better for the counterpart against his Godzilla foe. Then we have Little Godzilla, which is actually a much better size comparison, because this Little Godzilla, the little puzzle piece one, he is very well sized comparison to Godzilla, which is almost perfect actually, this size comparison, except he's a little small. Little Godzilla is just a teensy bit bigger than this inside the movie. So since Space Godzilla is bigger than Godzilla, this is pretty much perfect size comparison. So he goes perfectly with Space Godzilla and almost perfectly with Heisei Godzilla. So if you guys want a Little Godzilla, I highly recommend you guys go find this guy. My sister got him for me, and he was about $10 in total with the shipping and everything. So he's very easy, very simple to get. I even saw it at G-Fest, but they glued him like with his torso on the wrong way, which was weird. But if you guys really want an accurate size Little Godzilla, this is the guy to go. And he also looks cuter, more accurate, and just better overall than the retarded Bandai one that's huge and miscolored. This one's accurately colored. So definitely go pick this guy up. And go check out my review for him. I'll put the review for him in the description. But there's that. And then we can just do a couple random ones. I just have a couple miscellaneous reviews, which would be, okay, there we go. That'd be King Ghidorah. They weren't actually fighting, but I'm guessing this is not too bad of a size comparison, since they're both bigger than Godzilla. This is probably accurate to each other, but not to Godzilla, because we know that Heisei King Ghidorah is not accurate to Godzilla either. And Destroya, the Bandai Creations one, because screw the Bandai one, that one sucks. There's this one, and looks pretty accurate. A very accurate size comparison. Because I know Destroya is much bigger than Space Godzilla. And then there is, nope, we already did Heisei Godzilla. We need to do Heisei Godzilla Burning Godzilla, Bandai Creations. And he's taller than him again. But he's actually shorter than his spine up here, so this guy's even more accurate than the regular Bandai Heisei Godzilla, which is from the same company exactly. Which is kind of weird and ironic. His tail keeps getting loose. I might have to hair blow dry it. See if I can fit it in there well. But, yeah, there's that. So, that's pretty much it for this guy. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like below. I definitely recommend you guys go get this guy. Price-wise, I think that you should definitely try to get him for $30 or under. I think at the most he's worth $30. I don't think $45 is worth it, unless it's like a theater exclusive one, which is the one with the pink around the edges, which I almost wanted to get, but at G-Fest, which actually came with the tag, but it was more expensive, and this guy looks just as good. There's also one with yellow around the edges. I personally don't like the yellow. That's just my opinion. But if you guys don't care, then that one's much cheaper than this guy even. You can find him for lower. So, yeah, but if you guys can find this guy, I definitely think he's worth picking up. I love Space Godzilla. It's a great figure overall, even though it has its mishaps. But, yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, please give it a like below. If you guys like what you see and keep up to date with the channel, please click that subscribe button below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!